Hi everyone and welcome to our E-Link. This month is a special one as we step into April. We're stepping into a season marked by both Passover and resurrection. Two moments in the biblical story where God shows himself as the one who leads us out of darkness and into light, out of slavery and into freedom, out of death and into life. And that's really the heartbeat of what I want to share today. So over the next few minutes, you are going to hear stories in this E-Link about our marathon runners pushing their limits for others, a church team that's just headed out to Malawi, an update from our Middle East appeal, and a glimpse into the lives of some of our Act For You partners. You're also going to see an invitation to join us as monthly givers, to become world changers, helping to fuel the mission of Links all across the year. But before any of that, I want to pause and reflect on the story that sits behind everything we do. And that's the story of resurrection hope. The Easter story is a journey from the brutality of the cross to the silence of the tomb to the shock and the wonder of resurrection morning. But what strikes me every time is that the disciples, they didn't fully grasp hope when they heard the news. It was when they stepped into the empty tomb that the light finally came on. John tells us that Peter and he ran to the tomb, and John's really quick to point out that he won the race. I smile every time I read that, especially right now as some of our friends are currently battling it out on Strava, preparing for the London Marathon. But you know, John, he's not just giving us a fun detail. He's showing us something. In the ancient world, running was a sign of urgency, of love. John arrives first because love is urgent. Love runs fast. And then something really beautiful happens. John looks in and he sees, not just with his eyes, but with understanding, with insight, with revelation. And in that moment, the gospel says that he saw and believed. You know, the folded grave cloths, the stillness of the tomb, the absence of Jesus' body, all of it whispered that death had been undone from the inside out. And what had looked like the end had actually become the beginning. The tomb had become like a womb for new creation. And here's the part that we often forget. The disciples, they were still carrying the trauma of the previous days. Their whole world had collapsed. They were confused. They were grieving. They were afraid. And yet it was in that darkness that God was already at work, shaping them for transformation. You know, the empty tomb, it didn't erase the pain. It refined it. And that's so often how God forms his character in us. It's not in the easy moments, it's in the stretching, it's in the waiting, it's in the longing. It's when hope feels like a thread that we're barely holding on to with trembling hands. The Hebrew word for hope is the word kavah, and it literally means tension. It's like a cord being pulled tight. Hope isn't passive, it's active, it's expectant. It's like stretched faith that believes that God has not finished yet. You know, I've known that tension in my own story. It's not generally been in the mountaintop moments. It's usually in the times when God has had to pull me from the pit, in the darkest seasons when God has spoken resurrection over me. It wasn't instant and it wasn't easy, but it was real, those moments. And looking back, I can see that the very tension became the place where his character was being formed within me. And I know that's true of so many. So today, as this goes out, Passover actually begins today. I'll be celebrating with my family the Passover meal. And I'm reminded again that this is who God has always been. The God who leads his people out of slavery, the God who breaks the power of oppression, the God who opens seas and makes a way where there is no way, the God who brings us into promise, into freedom, into life. This is the same God who raised Jesus from the dead, the same God who meets us in our darkest hour, the same God who is still bringing hope to the world today. And that's why Links exists, to join him in that work. So where do we see resurrection hope today? We see it in our marathon runners pushing their bodies to raise funds for communities they may never meet. We see it in churches travelling to Malawi, standing alongside local leaders who are bringing transformation from within. We see it in the Middle East, where partners are offering food, safety and dignity in places that are marked by so much conflict and fear right now. We see it in our Act for You partners who are faithfully serving in hidden corners all around the world. And you know, we see it in you. We see it in every person who chooses to support, to give, to pray, to go, in our world changers whose generosity fuels this mission even when the headlines coming in from around the world feel so heavy. So we step into this month of resurrection and Passover. I want to leave you with this. Where might God be forming resurrection hope in you and in me? Where is he inviting us to step into the tomb, into the place of fear or uncertainty, and to see what he has already done? Where is he stretching us, not to break us, but to anchor us more deeply into him? The same God who brought light out of darkness, freedom out of slavery, life out of death, is still at work today in us, through us, and around the world. So thank you for joining with us to connect people, to confront poverty, and to create potential. We are in it together. Thank you for being a part of this story.